You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Water Cooler Edit with my Bayut, hosted by myself, Eman and Richard. And today we're actually going to be doing something slightly different. Richard, do you want to introduce what that is?
Okay, so as we're all aware, it be summer out there with the volcanic heat going on. So we're going to talk about things that we recommend for summer activities, things to do, etc. But not just that, we're going to categorize. So do you want to unleash the categories?
Yeah, so what we've done is we've chosen an activity each that lies in the free category, affordable, and then things that you can actually splurge on. So that's what we're going to be discussing today. As we've introduced, we each have chosen an activity. So I think I'll go ahead and get started. So we'll start off with the free section. So one of the great things that you can now do in Dubai is that there are 3 beaches across the city where you can actually go night swimming. So from sunset onwards to sunrise, you can actually go ahead and actually explore the beaches. And this is really cool because it's never been done in Dubai before.
Nice.
So you have 800 meters of beaches across Jumeirah 2, Jumeirah 3, and Suqeim that are fully equipped with all of the facilities. There are lifeguards. You do have to be a little careful about the certain area where you can swim. But I think that's a really cool way to kind of just chill out at night, have some fun where it's not too hot, and you still get to go to the beach at the same time.
I think that's a good one actually. And thinking about it, you could swim in the moonlight.
Yes, exactly.
In the moonlight.
Yeah.
How cool is that? You know, how many people have swum in the moonlight? Well, probably quite a few, but still, you know, it's quite a unique opportunity, swimming in the ocean in the moonlight here in Dubai. And that's a good one as well. And like you say, temperature-wise, whilst it still won't be
it won't be
cool and breezy, but it will be certainly less than if you went during the day. Put it that way, you know.
Exactly. And if you want to know about all of the beaches where you can night swim, all of the facilities that they have offered, the timings, the things that you need to keep in mind, we have an article on My Bayut which is all about night swimming in Dubai, so you should take a look at that.
Absolutely. Just one quick thing on that: before you go night swimming in Dubai, never ever watch the movie Jaws, especially not the opening scene. Because someone goes for a nice little night swim right at the start of that movie.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't go so well. But but that won't happen here. It won't happen here.
Yeah,
it's perfectly safe. Go have fun.
Yeah. But what is your option, Richard?
My freebie option is Mohammed bin Rashid Library, which is the very distinctive library. It's by the creek, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is shaped. You're going to have to help me out with this word. The architecture is absolutely stunning, but it's shaped like a rahel. Is it
a rahel?
A rahel. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes. So, which is the stand that
houses the Quran.
The Quran. Yeah. So it's in that shape. It's just such a striking building. Looks magnificent. It's free entry essentially. You do have to book ahead. You have to book yourself a slot, and our article on My Bayut has all the details on how to do that. I would say that there's 11 libraries in there. It comprises, it's across 9 floors, 7 floors of which are effectively libraries. And there's 11 libraries within those 7 floors. I mean, there's stuff like it. There's a children's library, obviously, which is really, really cool. There's also a library of maps and atlases, which I like because it's got like really old maps and stuff like that. And I love a bit of this makes me sound so geeky, which is I am, so you know, guilty as charged. But cartography, of cartography, I like a bit of that. So. But look, I think it's there's just so much history in there as well. Some of the books they've got go back hundreds, if not thousands of years, right? So, go check it out. It's a great freebie place. There is a cafe there as well, but that's not free. But still, you know, if you haven't paid to get in, you can just sit down, chill out, maybe have a coffee and stuff. It's a nice thing to do, right? And most importantly, you're not outside; you're inside. Yeah. AC.
Yeah, exactly. And there are a lot of exhibitions and workshops and talks and things like that take place at MBR Library.
Yeah, constantly they've got exhibitions going on and all that. They make a real effort there. It's a great place. So go check it out.
Yeah.
That would be, so that was my freebie. So now we move on to your affordable
pick. Yes, my affordable pick. So this is something that I really like to do. It's a good way to spend a chunk of time indoors. It's either to do so it's something crafty, it's something artsy. You could either go and actually paint something that's already kind of been made. You could glaze your own like ceramic piece. So it could be a mug, it could be a plate, it could be something that you actually want to, put as a decoration around the house. Additionally, you could take it a step further and you could go to a pottery studio and you could actually make something. So they have classes for hand building and for wheel throwing and things like that.
Wow.
So you're there for a chunk of time and you actually make whatever it is that you want, and then you can come back and you can paint it, and then they're going to glaze it, and then you get to take it home as well.
Excellent. So have you done this?
Yes, I have done it.
What did you make?
I made a mug once.
Made a mug?
Yes.
Nice.
And the second time I also painted a mug. I decided not to make it. I decided to paint something ready-made.
Yeah. So with your mug, is it a functioning mug or is it riddled with holes?
No. No. They have people that help you as well if you're not very practiced within pottery.
Yeah.
So it works fine. It's a mug.
Yeah. So it serves its purpose.
Yeah.
Nice. What color is it?
So I made it multicolored. I made it with red, blue, green, yellow. And it actually, so when I went the first time, I went just to paint. I was like, let me try. I was there for 5 hours.
Yikes.
I was there for 5 hours because I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And then I wanted to add multiple layers. And then we got some food as well. And all of us were just chatting. So it took a big chunk of time. And then I was like, oh, wow, this is actually a great way to spend time indoors, because I did not realize how much time had passed. And it's not even that expensive. So at most of the ceramic studios across Dubai, if you're just looking to paint, it costs anywhere from 80 dirhams to even 200, depending on the piece and the size. So if you're getting a mug, generally that's going to be around 100, 120 dirhams. But if you're painting, say, a big vase or something, that's going to cost more.
Yeah, so some people in my family have done this actually, and they went to the one, I'm not entirely sure what the name is. It's in the same mall on the beach road as Emirates Holidays.
Yes, that's the one in town centre.
Yeah,
Ceramic Cafe.
Yes. Yeah. So and so they did what they painted whatever, and then it gets
it gets fired for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then you get it, and they honestly, and I'm not just saying this, they had a fantastic time, and they've been back again since, just because of it. They also found it quite therapeutic.
Yes.
Because just chilled out painting while you're having a coffee or whatever, it's just a nice way to kind of ease back and not be looking at your phone for a change. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So. I think that's another great shout.
Yeah, and there are ceramic studios all across Dubai, as there are pottery studios. So you should definitely take a look at both the articles on My Bayut to understand pricing, timing, location, everything on there.
If you go to a pottery studio, do they constantly play Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers?
No, they don't.
It's that.
There's no ghosting as well.
It's what?
There's no ghosting. The scene from...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There's no ghosting.
Unchained Melody is the song that's playing in that CD Ghost, but no, there's none of that. No, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. But look, a great shout. Shall I go on to my affordable? Okay, so my affordable is, I'm not using a whole lot of imagination here, but basically it's summer blockbusters, right? So... as we know, one thing that Dubai and the UAE is not short of is cinemas. They are everywhere, and there's obviously, that being the case, it can be fairly affordable, right? Depending on what cinema you go to or what experience. And there's some big summer blockbusters this year. Okay, so we've got Inside Out 2. Which is the sequel to the 2015 classic, which I absolutely love. And I've seen Inside Out 2 as well, and I can't recommend it enough. I think that's fantastic. It's already, at the time of recording, done over $1 billion at the box office, the global box office, which makes it the fastest animated movie in history to reach that. I mean, which is quite impressive if you think about all the animated movies in history. And I also think it made $1 billion quicker than Barbie as well. So it's doing some business, and it deserves it as well, because it's a really great movie with some important kind of messages in there as well, without being too preachy. So Inside Out 2, A Quiet Place Day 1. Have you seen any of the Quiet Places?
I have seen the first one,
Yes.
The first two.
First two, nice. So obviously they're about 2 or 3 years into the alien invasion. This goes right back to the actual day of the invasion in New York, getting decent reviews, very, very jumpy and,
Scary.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Don't make any noise. So there's that. We've got, I've got superhero fatigue, I have to be honest, but Deadpool and Wolverine is coming out in July, late July, I believe. That's a big one because it's really the major first kind of X-Men entry into the MCU with Wolverine coming across.
Crossover.
Yeah, so that's quite a big deal. And back to you for Splurge.
For Splurge.
Expensive.
So my splurge option is actually pretty straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
It's summer. It's a good time to spend indoors. People also tend to kind of eat at odd times sometimes. So I prefer going for afternoon tea, specifically in summer. I think it's a really nice way to kind of unwind, end your day. Mm-hmm. So I would recommend two options personally. The first one is the traditional bear afternoon tea at Jumeirah Zabil Sarai. So this is actually really unique because they have all of these like luxury bears. It's in collaboration with an art gallery that has this as their kind of motif and
bears
mascot.
like a teddy bear type. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. So everything is like bear themed. It looks really cute. It's super Instagrammable and it's actually not that expensive compared to afternoon teas in Dubai. So this one is for 280 for two.
Mm-hmm. That's considering price wise, especially for Dubai. Let's be honest, that's more than reasonable, isn't it?
Yep.
You know.
And then if you actually want to splurge, then there's the royalty room, obviously at Atlantis the Royal. So this is a super exquisite and curated afternoon tea that you can have for 560 for two. So these are obviously the base prices. If you want to add alcohol or if you want to add any other kind of experiences, it goes up. Mm-hmm. But this would be my splurge of what you should be doing indoors for summer.
Nice. You don't have to sell this to me because obviously being British, like we're all over afternoon tea, right? Although I have to say that I'm always a little bit embarrassed when I do an afternoon tea because they bring up like a selection of teas for you, all these fantastic flavors from this part of the world, that part of the world, and all the rest of it. And I always just have English breakfast tea, which is essentially black tea, is what it is, which is massively uncultured of me, but I just really, really like it. So, I'm not so much about the little nibble sandwiches. I'm more about the cakes. But look, afternoon teas are great, and I'd imagine when they're done well, which both of those would be, it's a really nice experience, and it can be even like a special occasion for someone's birthday and things like that. I think that's a great shout. Great shout.
And not just that, there are so many English breakfasts that are infused with different flavors, Richard.
Yes.
Like bergamot and lavender and things like that. So those ones are very nice. You can still go for something slightly different.
Yeah, there's like Earl Grey and all these things. The only thing is, like, some of them taste a bit floral, don't they? You know, and some people love that taste. Me, not so much. So much. Guys, it's my uncultured palate.
No. It's everyone's preference.
Yeah, different folks, different strokes, right? But go and try teas from all over the world. Fruity teas, meaty teas. No, there's no meat teas. No.
Different like herbal teas. I prefer herbal teas myself.
Yes, you do. Yes, you're a herbal tea fan, aren't you? Do you have a personal preference?
I personally like rooibos. Any kind of rooibos, ideally with vanilla or with African spices.
Nice.
It's a red tea.
I need to try it at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, I need to move out of my comfort zone, my English breakfast tea comfort zone.
But what is your splurge option?
Splurge for me. Okay, so I'm going to go with the Green Planet.
Okay.
The rainforest in the desert. The rainforest here in Dubai. Very popular place. Been going for a fair few years now. There's various things you can do there. Obviously, there's all the animal experiences amongst just the fact that it's a rainforest indoors. It's quite impressive. So, looking at it, I mean, it's 155 for a day pass. That's the basic day pass. If you do the VIP day pass, it's 215 dirhams, and you get a meet and greet with the Green Planet lizard. Which attacks you and jumps on your face, and you have to. No. So I mean, that's the VIP, But there's various other things as well, experiences you can have there, including which is what I want. This is what I want to do basically. So this is my summer thing, is the sloth encounter, because I like sloths.
Yep.
Some would say it's just because of Flash in the movie Zootopia, and they'd be right, but that's not the point. No, I do like sloths, and yeah, you can have for 350 dirhams. That obviously includes your entry to the whole attraction as well as the sloth encounter. So you get 30 minutes sloth interaction.
Nice.
Yeah. The sloth dances and everything. No, so you get to, you spend time with the sloth. They have 5 sloths in total.
Wow. Okay.
And interestingly, I've got 3 names. Right. I don't know what the other 2 are names, but there's Liam, right, and Lemon. Okay. Liam and Lemon the sloth, and Liam and Lemon the sloth had a baby.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a baby sloth was born in Green Planet. Do you know what it's called?
Liam and Lily?
Does begin with L. It's not bad, actually. That's a good guess. It's Lime. Little Lime.
Okay.
Little Lime the sloth baby. So there you go. And look, I think it's sloths are ridiculously cute. You get obviously photo opportunities and stuff like that. So 350 dirhams is certainly a splurge, but you know, if you've got it, why not? Spend some quality time with Lemon, Lime, and Liam, the sloth family.
Yeah, and that's such a fun experience as well, right? Something unique that you can explore, and it's a good way to spend a big chunk of your time indoors, surrounded by animals. That's
Completely.
fun. That's a fun pick.
And you said as well, we were talking pre-recording, there's other things as well. There's the camping thing as well, isn't there, at Green Planet?
Yes, you can stay over. They have summer camps. You can actually explore it at night. You can be a zookeeper for the day, and you can actually help them out.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things that you can do at Green Planet.
Yeah, so a whole load of experiences. So just pick the one or ones that suit you the most. Sloths. And go for it. Yeah, so that would be my slothy splurge.
Thanks for sharing your picks, Richard. I've shared mine.
Thank you.
You can find information about all of these on My Bayut. We have articles spanning from all of the blockbusters that are releasing for the summer, the afternoon teas in Dubai, pottery places that you can visit, everything you need to know about night swimming, everything you need to know about Mohammed bin Rashid Library, and lots more. So there are tons of activities that we actually have not mentioned. So take a look, and if you have your picks, do share it with us in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.
You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit.